Yo, everyone, GM Bank is coming back to life. Mahama has given back Pakwesi Indum his licenses. Now let's watch the video.
We built a bank from the very beginning, saying that we wanted to be the people's bank, to be everywhere, to serve the ordinary Ghanaian.
Bank no osisi ewo Ghana bebia se na ode som oman Ghana na mum enye pone so.
So from the word go, we said we were going to build at least 300 branches and serve at least 1 million customers. And that we will be in where any major market is in this country. We built this network, which then became the focal point for economic development in many of the areas.
Na enye bone kwan so esinadwene pi se obesi banks no 300 branches. Chese Ghana hina no bebo ne ho modern se obetimi asisi banks no mbako 300 na atibidi serve 1 million customers, 1 million people of Ghanaians. Na osinadwene so pi se obesisi banks no ewo baby a omu di market bosso bubutu na yetimi e dia boa Ghana for the good people of Ghana na obi abotom ayede na dia opesika dia business no when sika entempa so.
I know a specific man in Wale Wale who sold building products. Before we got there, his business was small because he couldn't drive through all these bad roads to go and deliver supplies, go and collect cash. But with our system in place, anyone, whether they're in Saboba or wherever else, will go to a branch, deposit money into his account. Once he verifies it's sitting in Wale Wale, he will then send the supplies to them, and his business was thriving. Collapsing a 300 branch financial entity is inimical to the economic interests of the country. We had thousands of employees. Those employees don't have jobs. And because of the banking sector problem that showed up, who is going to give a branch manager a job today? We consider that we built one of the first, people talk about interoperability. We did this, more than 6 years ago. And that system, it doesn't work now. When the new administration took over in 2017, it decided to freeze all contracts and said they were going to review them and reject whichever ones that they would reject. Well, they did the review. None of our projects was rejected. As a matter of fact, they gave even more contracts.
After I watched this video, I said, now I will move straight to the GM Bank branch in Impoho and then have a look about the current state of it. So I went there and guess this is what I saw. Okay, so this is GN Bank. This is GM Bank. Okay, let me show you so that you can see clearly. This is GM Bank. Yes, Impoho Fiase constituency. Now let me tell you about why I'm videoing this whole building here. In 2019, Akufo-Addo Bawumia's government revoked the licenses of Pakwesi Indum, and then they shut down the whole GM Bank for not working in Ghana. So 1,400 workers were sacked to go home. You could see GM Bank, GN Bank. You could see that. You could see that GM Bank, the People's Bank. Okay, here is Impoho Fiase constituency, the Impoho, the capital district to be precise. Now, Akufo-Addo 2019 or stop GM Bank or good GM Bank. Nimba 1,400. And now GM Bank wa employ or more otua wonka monthly bia Akufo-Addo egu GM banks. Now Mahama is saying that GM Bank will start working 2026. Nti Ghana for fan to yetrim. GM Bank will start working 2026. You could see say na air condition na hana na but they have removed the whole air condition from here. Akufo-Addo egu GM banks. Akufo-Addo egu GM banks a ewo Ghana. Na or revoke one license. Yes, so this is the state of GM Bank. Ewo mpoho fiase. Yes. Now Mahama say or the GM Bank Obema Pakwesi Ndum back his license to work. It's 2026. GM Bank is coming back to life. GM Bank is coming back to life. In 1,400 workers are now we GM Bank. I would whole Ghana. Akufo-Addo shut bank and down. We now kwatena fie unemployed no. Mama Morenho. This time around, Mahama is bringing hope back to Ghanaians. Mubesa anya Mujumano back. And then Mpoho Fiase constituency, we have one of the banks. Pakwesi Ndum CC here. But this time around, what we are saying is we want Mpoho Fiase people to also work in the offices, not always going to the people to collect the money and then bring it to the bank. Sadly, you guys should give us an office to also work in the bank here. Nti moma yen also office ni na yentena. Now munja say the we ana mo say yankwa disika no wo mountain so famra no. Moma yen so opportunity ni bi na yen so yentena bank because we have a lot of accountants, those that doing business and then accountant, we have people that can work in the offices of the GM Bank in Mpoho Fiase constituency. In the make sure say Nana Osa very makwa and then the DC and then the MP. We make sure say Mobema lobbying no atimi akwa so high. Say yes, able to me some officials and then qualified people from Mpoho or within Mpoho Fiase constituency to work in the GM Bank we have in Mpoho. When they reopen the GN Bank again in 2026. Nti Mahama yekasa nyame enhyira say wadwene Ghana for GN Bank. Let me read this because I think I have to show this to the public. You say open a savings account here and earn 9% increase with 1,000 Ghana cedis life insurance cover. Akufo-Addo and Bawumia's government collapsed a lot of banks in 2019, and GM Bank was part of the banks that were collapsed in 2019. Instead of using the $9 million or billion dollars or cedis to make this bank work perfectly, the Mahama say or the GM Bank assign the back Pakwesi Ndum or the Mahama papa nti aha Mpoho Fiase constituency yeda Mahama say or the GM Bank edeba back to life. So me and make say me din edi Emmanuel Tikwa say and then the first time I share Emmanuel Tikwa TV make sure say obe like obe subscribe obe follow, make sure say obe share video no ama oyenko so ati asemda aba ewo Ghana say GM Bank is coming back to life. Yeda mu